Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne. It's Friday, May the 17th, the year 2019. Let's talk trading, the weekly wrap up. I hope you've had a good week so far. And if you have, it's possible that you've been using good money and risk management. And if you haven't had a good week, I would check your money and risk management to make sure that it's solid and it's in place. Okay, the euro yen. Noticed previous day we had an inside bar. It barely broke out the top, broke out the bottom. Now it's back inside. So you can see once again those inside bar trades using the daily levels can be profitable. And for the week, the gap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 didn't fill. Some got close, but they didn't fill. So this week wasn't the normal all filled. I think last week we had a couple too. So obviously because the markets just seem to be slightly less volatile. Day, week, and month, and year, once again, all red. We opened below the previous midpoint. We shot above it and came back below it. And we also broke out of the first day of the week, the Monday low, and now we're back inside. We're below all the opens, the monthly opens for the past 12 months. And you can see we're also outside the ranges of the first day of the month for the past 12 months. See, all red. And here we go, showing once again that inside bar. You can see we've got a bunch of monthly inside bars and just a few weeklies. Looking at previous days, open, high, and low, you can see here we barely popped out. Once again, low, 70 pip range, only two. Pairs over 100, once again showing how volatility as measured in range is just not there. Okay, on the holos, the monthly, daily lowest open. See, we crossed below it, back above it. The daily H1 lowest open, you see we put in just a few hours ago, and a nice movement off of there. The monthly H1 lowest open was down here. We didn't get close to it. And well, I guess within about 5 pips. But you see we turned. And once again, looking at the wicks, you see it made a lower low. Then this one didn't make. It made a higher low, came back, cut across this wick zone. You can see that there was a bunch of pressure here. So just looking at price action, taking this holo trade, as you can see, proved out to be possible. Proved to be profitable. And it was possible too. Okay, pivot point inside the buy zone. So no real daily bias using the pivot. So just taking the trades as they appear. There was a long, there was a short here, and another short here. Proving once again how simple horizontal lines can be profitable. And if you don't even want to use the buy zone, but just take the daily open, there was an open cross. Here was one here that didn't pan out. But remember, you want to go in the direction of the last cross. So even though this candle was green, the last cross was down. And as you can see what happened next here, daily open, It moved up, good for about 5 pips, then came back down once again through the pivot. Price action here, off the wicks. See, cut across the high, cut across the close, turn the candle red, take your money off the table. Rat zone, 69 pip range. So nice range here. You can see some rat reversals. Once again, any method entering here, if you just say, oh, it's within 20 pips, oh, I'll just enter. You don't even have to have a trigger per se, and because usually price will move away from the current daily high, current daily low by 20 pips. Now, once again, these videos are for educational purposes, and your results may differ from mine. And we took out the pivot, no big deal there. Actually, normally we have this is an H4 chart. I guess I forgot to switch back. Reason I put H4 because then you can see the whole week how price reacted to the pivots. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there you go. You can see the whole week there. Missed pivots, still 2 for the month, same 2. Price action, 3 ball at the top, red at the line. 3 ball at the bottom, green at the line. You got a 1 ball at the top, pro trade, red at the line. And when I say pro trade, that means you're trading on the same candle or bar as the semaphore. The 1 ball here and 3 ball here. But you don't want to do that if you're not a pro, so you wait, let this candle close, and then take the next trigger as you see it. And once again, you don't even have to think of balls. You can go, okay, well, price came down here, went up here, came here, out of here. Price, it doesn't like to stay within any of these levels for any, length of time. This is only 10 pips. And so price is going to range more than 10 pips. So you see here, it came here, it never closed here. So it closed here, it tested here. So hey, if it closes here, chances are it's going to close in another level. I mean, it's just something you can pretty much see in the chart. You can see almost every bar cuts across one of these lines. So if it enters, it's going to exit either the way it came in or it's going to go through the other side. And just something to observe and think about and use in your trading. Big wick zones, but price still in and out, 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 in and out. Do this all day long. Okay, one of my favorite trading charts. You can see here that high from yesterday just barely pierced through, so that would be a scratch trade right here. Price actions telling you to scratch that trade right there. I mean, not only did we not make a higher high, but we cut through the previous H1 candle's midpoint. So if you're long and this is happening, it's time to exit the trade. Now, sometimes it will touch and bounce. That's true too. But I mean, here we go. Here's a perfect example. It touched and it bounced. But you can see here, it didn't make a higher high and it penetrated it. And look at all these wicks price was cutting through. I mean, that's just telling, all these wicks are saying sellers are pushing price down or did push price down. Once again, just looking at the chart, nothing special on the chart. At the tick level, you can see here the last few ticks, bid got above the valley of the ask, and it's moved up about 3 pips since then. Einstein line, as you can see here, it broke out, it triggered a long, came back, maybe triggered a short here. So you can just look at it. You can see price isn't moving much. It moved back here. Once again, taking profit or scratching trades. if you don't get that follow through after you enter the trade. We were looking at opens this week, so you can see here we are above the monthly open basically 2 years ago, 24 months ago, and that's the only one. Dropping down to the week, last 24 weeks we're below all the opens. Last 24 days you can see we're above the open 3 days ago and the open 1 day ago. So once again, just using the open lines to see where price is in the scheme of things. Is it going up? Is it going down? The daily session opens, you can see here New York, way down here, came up, crossed my time, which is basically 1 hour before New York time. I just call it my time. You could call it anything you want. Then you see here London, it came, there was some action here. Last cross was up, went through the Australia, and did not quite get to the Tokyo Open. On the range, I keep hitting the wrong thing there. I don't know why I keep hitting the wrong thing there. So for the range for the week, 138, and for the day, 70. You can see here we are right at the daily open. Just popped up a pip. And the weekly open chart. Oh, I see what happened. You don't even see the lines because we're so far away from the weekly open. So that's pretty much it for the week, fellow traders. I hope you enjoyed this series on open lines. And I'm not sure what topic to talk about next week. Maybe we could just look at some charts. I don't have anything new per se, because most things are based on horizontal lines. Most of the horizontal lines are static, with the exception of the highest open, lowest open, which moves. So if you have any topic suggestions, maybe I'll go back and start talking back to psychology of trading, because really we are our own worst enemies. You know, people talk about market makers running our stops and brokers doing this and that. You know, if you really think they're going after somebody's, one micro lot account running that stop, then I think you're surely mistaken. The one guy was talking about the bank levels using the monthly high and low. Maybe we can revisit that. But if you have any ideas for trading videos, go ahead, let me know, and we'll figure it out. So have a enjoyable and safe weekend. And when you come back next week and sit down in front of your trading platform, just remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So let's all drain the banks.